The hits keep on coming. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Do Guy, coming at y'all with another episode of Drop It Downs with Mr. Do Guy. And today I'm going to talk about the news. Right after I get the Lane Johnson news and put that video out, Avante Maddox is out indefinitely. Who knows how long that could be, but it definitely looks like he's going to at least miss the divisional round of the playoffs. Before I get into this video, for everyone, if you want to give me a follow on my social media platforms, I'm gonna have all that information down in the description box. May not always get a chance to respond to questions and comments on these videos, so feel free to DM me. Whenever I get a chance to, I'll get back at you. Excuse me, come holler at your boy. Also, if you're a Madden player on Xbox One, I have my Xbox One gamer tag down in the description box also. Oh man, another tough blow to the Eagles, man. Avante Maddox has a significant toe injury, and they say he's out indefinitely. And who knows how long that could be? That could be, to me, that's at least 4 weeks. To me, so for me, that means at best case scenario, maybe if we get to the NFC Championship, we get him back, and maybe it's a good chance if we was to make the Super Bowl, we'll get him back then. This one blow. This is a tough blow because it's a big drop off from him, going to Josiah Scott. We talk about in the slot. Maddox was having a good year, yo. Maddox, he did miss some games earlier this year. He missed, I think, it was 4 games earlier this season, and for the most part, we did okay. I think he missed the what games he missed? Green Bay, Indianapolis, the Washington loss, and who else he missed? He missed somebody before that. He'll come to me. Like he came back for the Giants game, but guy that's very versatile, very athletic. He's a good slot corner. You could blitz him. He could go in coverage. He could go to safety at times. We use him in all kind of different fashions. And look, when he went out of the game Saturday, it changed the dynamic of the defense because Dallas started attacking our nickel corner, just Josiah Scott. Whereas if Maddox was out there, not to say Maddox would have stopped everything, he would have stopped some of that, So it's a big blow to the D. Obviously, it is what it is as far as with the Saints and the Giants. You would think we'll be okay those 2 weeks, but if we, assuming we don't beat the Saints and then we gotta beat the Giants, but it helps if we could get a bye week, give them another week to recover. But at the same time, that divisional round matchup, you're talking about if we get there, possibly playing the Cowboys again, playing possibly Tampa Bay, who has Chris Godwin in the slot, or a team, I think if we was to play Washington, if we was to end up playing Washington or the Giants, if they was to pull a first round upset, we'd be okay. But if we got a matchup with either the Buccaneers or the Cowboys, or even if Detroit slides in there with Amon-Ra St. Brown, like that's tough. It's gonna be tough not having them. Or Green Bay, with Randall Cobb, they did take some advantage of that matchup when we didn't have Maddox, man. I think Washington and the Giants would be the only 2 games where it's like, okay, if we was to meet them in the divisional round, it wouldn't be that much of an effect. Now where we go from here, there is one option we could try. I'm gonna wait on word to see if Chauncey Gardner Johnson will return this week or not. He was the slot corner in New Orleans. Maybe you could put him at slot corner and keep Reed Blankenship back there at safety, though Blankenship is not the greatest coverage safety. He's much better in run support. And then you do lose that playmaking ability with Chauncey Gardner Johnson out there because he has 6 interceptions back there playing high safety. So, but that's an option. Or you could just keep rolling with Josiah Scott and just try to, get him in better, comfortable positions out there on the field, or just run a different type of scheme to hide some of his deficiencies. Or better yet, he just got to play better. He just got to play better. I mean, look, he's played a few games now, and like I said, he had a couple of games where he wasn't that terrible. He wasn't that noticed. So he got to go out there and he just got to get the job done. He has experience. It's not like he be throwing out there some completely inexperienced guy. He's played a lot this year. Maddox has been banged up this season, but we know how much more better our secondary is when Maddox is out there to go along with a Slay and a Bradbury. But it's a big loss, but I feel like it's one depending on the matchups will be okay. But if not, at least look, we've seen Dallas. We've seen how Dallas exploited us with Scott out there. At least if we play them again, we could come up with a different game plan. But it's a chance we could meet with Tampa. I know they're not great, but Brady still scares me, man. If we got to play him in a playoff game, so hopefully, Jonathan Gannon and the defensive staff could figure that part of it out. But yeah, it looked like Avante Maddox is going to be out till at least the NFC Championship game if we get that. But with that being said, that's all I got for y'all today. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe. I have Philadelphia Eagles, NFL, and content on my other teams throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one. Fly Eagles, fly.